I'd love to get your take on, because, we haven't spoken in a while. I'd love to get your take on what the fuck is going on now. It's stressful. It's crazy. I know you're a family guy. You got kids. It's like you're a real human being. I am still stuck in a state of complete arrested development. I've foregone any responsibilities in my life. I just said, fuck it. But you are a guy that has to deal with this in a lot of ways. Probably every aspect of your life is fucking contaminated with COVID nonsense or whatever the fuck. Whatever your opinion is on it, you're fucked. We're all fucked with it.
I don't know where
I'd love to know.
Well, first of all, first of all, when it happened, before it even happened, I'd call my
old times. We call them the old times.
I'd call my agent, and they're like, "Oh, they're like they're talking about cancel." I said, "Are we really talking about this? Are we really falling for this?" No, I think it's really shit. I'm like, no. Do you want to cancel? I'm like, no, I'm not canceling gigs. And I was doing shows going, okay, first it was SARS. Then it was this. Oh, by the way, the election coming. So you know something. And then all of a sudden, it really did.
Yeah.
And there came a point where my daughter, who is in college and indoctrination. I'm sorry.
Camp.
College, getting educated.
Oh, God.
That's the word they use. So anyway, me and her had a tough time because she would go, Dad, like, this is serious. You got to stop. This is very serious. Like, I would go to a coffee shop every morning. Every morning I go to a coffee shop.
Dare you?
And there was about 6 or 8 of us. We go there every morning.
One of the simplest pleasures in life. This is simple, and it's got to get fucked up.
And we were we wouldn't even stand in the car. We'd stand outside, like from here to here.
Yeah. Well, be safe.
We had cars stopping in the middle of downtown Chester, New Jersey. You're the reason why people are dying. Well, excuse me, but they'd be like this with their mask on.
Yeah. You then.
Yeah. And yeah.
What the fuck?
And then they're on the phone. They're going, which translation says, there are about 8 people. They're not 6 feet apart, and they're outside. And isn't the mandate 4 people?
Yeah.
It's 8 people. Okay.
And masks and...
While we're outside, we caused an accident.
Holy shit.
We would laugh so damn hard. You ever go down a street and they have in the middle of the street like a little crossing thing? It's just like there's a crosswalk and it has like a little person that looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a plastic thing. You know how many times we're and we turn around and it'd be some jackass with an iPad. Bing.
Trying to take a video of you.
Totally video, David.
Yeah. Look, I caught them.
The best part was, so people would call the cops nonstop, and that's when,
holy shit.
I was telling my daughter, I'm like, dude, this is Nazi regime. Like, Dad, the Nazis killed Jews. Listen, what I'm saying is they're using a fake thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I'm not a scientist, nor am I a specialist.
I've talked to many people.
Just a street boy.
Mistake you for those two things.
You know what? That's been a problem, Anthony. The last 2 years.
Virologist.
I would say things and they're like, can we check Jim Breuer's credentials?
Yeah.
Is he an actual disease doctor?
That obituary is going to say virologist Jim Breuer.
Yes.
You may remember from SNL.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the fact that anyone would even take me seriously.
I love that you can't comment on it unless you are one of those. No matter how much you read, whatever different sources you get, if you say, I don't know, I got some questions about this whole fucking thing and where it came from where it came from, to how it's being handled, to the intrusion on our rights. I got some questions. Remember fucking.
Who wants a vaccine? Who wants to go to work? Who wants to go to work? Who's scared of dying?
Oh my God.
Who wants to be educated?
Dude.
Who wants to see a ball game?
Yeah.
Who wants to fly in an airplane?
Oh. Yeah, that's a big one. Can you fucking believe it?
No, I can't.
I thought Americans, man, I had this preconceived notion that Americans were a lot tougher, a lot more willing to fucking stand up for your basic. I mean, these are the most basic rights that you have. These aren't convoluted things that came up in the later political eras. These are like the standard. You have the right to do this, and no one can tell you different. And we bent the fuck over and just let them drive it home. Yeah.
This is for our safety.
Yes, I'm doing this for you. Yeah. What happened?
How are we gonna get the seal to wave hello? Come on.
They are adorable when they do that, by the way. but like when 9/11 happened, we all came apart at the seams thinking, I thought there were rockets on the Pentagon. Like I thought they had. And then we realized, oh, they don't have that, and the government's stupid, and the FBI and the cops don't work together, and they're stupid, and they have agendas and everything. And you're like, wow, nothing is the way we thought it was. Nothing.
That was the beginning for me.
Yes.
That was the beginning for me. And I remember I lived in a small town, and we would be in a pub or whatever, and I'd go, common sense says something ain't right.
Ooh.
Now, I do remember. And then what happens is the power of all media, entertainment.
They're all the same. Madison Avenue. It's all
it's
entertainment, media. It's
all with Hollywood, news, all of it is got trillions of dollars to punch out, and they well orchestrate and they punch out the agenda. I remember, and I am not going to back down from this. I've said it a million. I know what I saw. I'm in North Carolina. I'm doing press. Just came back from press, doing a show that night, and it's almost 9 a.m. I turn on TV, and one of the towers is hit. And I went, oh my God. Oh, wow, there's a fire. While they're saying that, a gray plane goes by, and I went, oh, in my head, I went, oh my God, the military's here.
Shit.
And then all of a sudden, that gray plane went, oh my God, that was it, what the? And then they said that was United. I went, now, wait a minute. I fly United all the time. They have a nice red and blue and a white belly. That was not United. And then the Pentagon, and then and people don't believe and then the next day it's these guys. You know, they show a grainy picture of like Muhammad Atta.
Yeah, that guy.
Going through it's this guy. And then they're like, it's Osama bin Laden. That's who it was. And we're going to invade Iraq. What the hell?
What the hell? Dude.
Where's a plane hit the Pentagon? Where's the plane? Well, it was a small, it just disintegrated. It disintegrated. But the fact that I don't think, and what I'm learning now is humanity is not ready to come to terms with how pure, demonic, pure, soulless evil.
More than anyone could comprehend. Yes.
To the point where people would start taking their lives once they really knew some of the harsh, disturbing, demonic, evil truths of what's really going on and what has really happened. So you're stuck with this. Like, I know people that and I'm good friends with two people. One guy was stuck in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
They made a movie about it. He lives in my town. Will Jamero, right? And he's a great guy, patriot, Latino, and just God, amazing person. Guns, just America.
Yeah.
And how do I go? How do you tell him and my other friend that has all these problems, cancerous, and he had to retire because the asbestos and all this
Right,
other
yeah.
stuff?
I've known a lot of people.
Long Island guy.
Yeah, terrible, man.
And they want to hold on to that was pure terrorism.
You need to feel the government was backing you and behind you, and you didn't do anything in vain. And if when you die, it wasn't because of a lie, and it wasn't. I could sit here and debate.
It's just opinions.
No. I could sit here and debate what happened on 9/11, and I probably would have. Let's go back even 5 years. You're sitting here. You say exactly what you just said to me. I'd be like, Jim, what the fuck? Are you one of these crazy guys, loose change fucking guys? I go, it was terrorism. They don't like our way of life. They don't like the chicks that we can get, and the fucking food is awesome. And they flew into... Now, with what I've seen over 5 years in this country, and the way every fucking thing out of that television's a lie, blatantly now, right in front of your face, who am I to say? Who the fuck am I to say what you just said isn't absolutely what happened?
Or at least a thought.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know. So, and I'm not going to sit here and defend one of the stories that were told to me by the same people, by the way, that are lying to me every hour.
Every hour.
Of every day.
Hey, you want a cheeseburger? Hey, if you put this in your system, we'll give you a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
We'll let you eat in restaurants.
Literally.
I mean, are you a jerk? You don't want to put something in your system that nobody knows anything about? We've never lied. As a matter of fact, Johnson & Johnson's never been sued.
Right.
Okay, they've been sued once or twice for,
Yeah.
a small genocide. But hey, everyone makes mistakes. Come on now.
Yeah, they've never made it. Every fucking ad you see is a lawyer going, if you use Johnson & Johnson Zentech, or if you use this and have stomach cancer, throat cancer, liver cancer. But what? This is okay, though, because it's been untested?
You don't trust. You know what? Another thing, there's so many areas to go, but I also noticed when...
Let her rip, Jim.
I noticed, too, when one of my nephews started teaching, right?
Oh, boy.
And he goes, Jim, I'm coaching football. I have to hold bags of, like, Adderall. And he goes,
oh, fuck.
And they're all prescribed. He's like, bags. And I went, what?
And he's got to dish these out to the individual. It's like, okay, this little Johnson kid gets this. And
that's when I realized the pure, I'm going to say the exact words again.
Yeah.
Demonic, pure evil agenda.
Here's what we do. We got a new drug, but we got to give it to children.
We can't get away with that, sire.
Silence! What we do is we create something.
What does it do?
It makes kids zone out. We'll call it paying attention. So we'll create what we call ADHD. So we'll guilt the families and say, your child has what do they call them now? Symptom.
Everyone has a what? Yes, to a degree.
Your child has a learning disorder.
Yeah.
No, this is serious. And if he just takes this little drug, he'll be fine at the age of 7 to 9.
And then I would try to tell parents, I would, dude, don't. He's like, yeah, but they are paying attention now.
Because
But there's also this little fucking coma, and they also got this ball growing when they're like in 28, but no one.
Yeah.
Dude, when you're willing to go to that length to make $1, that they're now drugging children for years and years, and you know, what better to here? All right. So if you get sick, we win.
Yeah.
If you die, whoops. If you get sick, you can't. Well, then we make more money because now we got to treat the sick. And dude, I had COVID.
Yeah, I did too. End of last year. I recently took an antibody test. I got antibodies. Fucking great.
Me too.
I walk around like fucking.
I got antibodies. Me, my wife, who's got stage 4 cancer and she's living fucking great for 4.5 years. She got it. Stage 4 cancer.
You'd say that was
Fine.
a compromised
Yeah.
system.
I would say that's a compromised system. Stage 4.
Jesus.
I had it. My youngest daughter had it. This is the thing that blew my mind. I have an infectious disease doctor specialist. Infectious disease. That's his specialty.
Uh-huh.
And when I said, hey, man, I got this, he goes, you got to take the test. I went, well, listen, I got sick. It feels like a sinus cold. I started getting
Yeah.
I started freaking out a little bit. I took a steam bath. I took nasal spray, dried that shit up.
Like a schwitz.
Have Ludens coughed up.
Ludens. Those bearded old codgers they'll fix you up. Ludens. Oh, the Smith brothers, I think was.
Yes, the Smith brothers are
that.
the
Yeah.
Ludens, the little honey thing.
Ludens.
And
You
this
didn't like candy as a kid.
And this guy goes, I said, listen, my daughter tested. She had to go to a lab and get tested because of school. She's positive. I gave it to her. Well, you still got to get tested. Okay. What do I take in the meantime? Vitamin C, vitamin D, try some zinc. And I said, well, don't you have something you can give me that would clear up this? No, this is different.
Well, I think over-the-counter cold medicine might do it.
Hold on, my friend.
Okay.
A week goes by. I'm taking every vitamin we can. So is D, my wife. And my daughter, 3 days, she was fine. I get a friend, comes test me. He's a nurse. He comes, he tests himself. It's negative. Me, positive. Wife, positive. Okay. I call the doctor up. Hey, man, I'm positive. He goes, Jim, which test did you take? My friends are fine. No, you need to go to the lab.
I took the test.
Yeah. He goes, that one's not the good one. All right, so that's my first red flag.
Yeah.
Why does that one even exist?
If it's not the good one.
If it's not good, why does it even
You know why?
exist?
Because your friend could give it to you without having to go to the doctor.
So,
Yeah.
the guy who is a nurse and is doing the test, that test isn't good. Okay, infectious disease doctor specialist. Now, after 14, I said, listen, just give me some. Oh, if you start coughing, go to the
hospital.
Go to the hospital.
Come on.
My hand to God on my kids' lives. I go online, find a doctor. He Zooms. What's going on? I have COVID. And I just, what's your address? Sends me, I think, a Z-Pack.
Yeah.
On my kids' lives, it was gone the next day.
That was your COVID experience.
That was my COVID experience, which brings me to this question. Nobody questions malpractice.
Oh, my God.
That guy, how many people are not given, if we're doctors, common sense is, Anthony, you don't feel good? Let me give you this
Yeah.
until, and if this doesn't work, then we have to start really doing it, even if it's COVID.
Right.
You know how many doctors don't even do that because they've been given orders or the whatever the scenario is? So why isn't anyone saying, is this possible malpractice?
You haven't heard the word malpractice. Remember
I haven't heard in a long time.
When it was thrown around constantly for doctors were always making mistakes and this. And I don't mean blatant as, he cut the wrong leg off or something like that. But you'd always hear, malpractice. Now, no.
Good news
Our
is
heroes, our frontline heroes can't be guilty of malpractice.
Oh, no. And listen, like everywhere, there's amazing workers and there's terrible workers. There's great doctors and there's pure dog shit doctors. Yeah. And when an infectious disease doctor doesn't give you anything, and I got to wait 2 weeks, and then I go online and get something that clears me the next day, and my wife, I ask you, do your own, go.
What?
No. You know what had some moron said to me?
What?
Because they're so politically diseased.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so, they watch I call them the news parakeets. They stare at the screen.
This is real. Listen to the experts.
Yeah, this.
Delta variant. Delta variant. Listen to the experts. The experts. Dr.
It's fun to do. The experts. And they soak it in, and it's all they can fucking think about and spew to other people. And if you even have an opinion about it, you are wrong. You're a piece of shit. You're the problem.
I'm blown out of my mind, the power of brainwash. I already knew it exists.
But at this level, I swear, Jim, you grew up when, the Soviet Union was a
Bad guy.
thing. They were the bad guy. And we would hear about the TASS news agency and Pravda and all the, it's like, yeah, Russia today in their paper actually said that their standard of living was better than America. We're like, these people believe it, these poor Russians. It's not, thank God we have the New York Post to keep us in line and let us know the real facts. And then over time, as I'm watching the news, and again, especially in the past 5 years, I'm watching going, this is Soviet era propaganda.
They got us.
State run, and there's no fighting it. I know a lot of guys, and believe me, they're conservative douchebags. I consider myself more a conservative, a Republican. I have some liberal ideas. I don't care what gay people do. Have a fucking pisser. Gays, do what you do best. I don't know. I don't care. Abortion doesn't. I don't. I know it's a religious thing, but me personally, I don't have kids. I don't want kids. I don't want to abort kids. I don't like the idea of it. Doesn't bother me. But when it comes to the left being able to spew nonsense, when you have a backup like fucking Goebbels' propaganda machine, how do you fight that, dude? You go to a place and people recite it verbatim. They recite it back to you, and you go, how am I going to fight the news this guy's been watching every fucking night, and I'm going to change his mind in a 3-minute interaction?
This guy says to me, he's an older guy. I said, I don't want to disrespect him. He heard me talking to someone else about how it went away. He goes,
oh, jeez.
Well, you had it 12 days. It was going to go. It probably was ready to go away anyway, whether you had to.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, oh, my God, this is. And you know what? I saw did you see that interview with an ex-KGB guy?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, black and white.
Yes. So he basically said we've already infiltrated.
Spelt it out.
He said the United States is the easiest.
Yeah.
Because they believe everything. And he spelt out how we infiltrate the education system, and through a period of 30, 40 years, we then have you by the palm of our
Never
hands.
thought of the long game. You thought, map, incoming missiles, strategic air command, get under your desks, kids. That's what you thought. 40 years.
I built a chick.
Yeah. Wolverines.
Anthony, right.
That was...
Yeah, let's go. I got a scope.
Yeah,
I can take
your
out.
ass.
I can take out a buck 300 yards away. I just wanted to. I got night
That's what
vision.
we could fight. 40 fucking year plan? How do you fight that shit?
And the most brilliant thing and I highly suggest people to watch it if you're open-minded and you really want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
He says we'll have everyone so brainwashed, which is right now, that you can show them the blatant truth and they won't believe it.
Yeah.
They'll think you're nuts.
How many times have you said, who doesn't see this? Like, and I don't consider myself, I'm not fucking, Rowdy Roddy Piper with the fucking They Live glasses on. But it's so obvious.
It's so
that
obvious.
It's beyond me how any person with half a mind doesn't go, oh shit, this is blatant lying to us. Wait, they're saying this is red and it's blue, and I see it's blue.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I've never.
It's the greatest voodoo trick in human history.
Yeah.
It's the greatest voodoo trick in human history. And here's the difference between
Voodoo trick.
I'm not political period.
Yeah.
So people can't say, well, he's conservative. Well, he's liberal. I will never, ever sign to a political party
Right,
because
pick
I don't
that
believe
side.
it. I've said from day one, to me, it's professional wrestling
Yeah.
on a stage that's unimaginable.
Yeah.
You're going to be the bad guy for like 8 years. Oh, why do I got to be the bad guy? It's going to be great.
You'll do the heel turn. You'll be a baby face in no time. We just got to have you work towards it.
Yeah, that's all. And if you sell a certain amount of merchandise, boy,
Right.
is there a big payday back end deal. And that is, and that's what people. So it's not that I am telling you what I see common sense wise.
Yes. Common
That
sense.
humanity. If you drive by a house at night, count how many screens you see, how many TVs you could see on when you drive in your
Oh
neighborhood.
man. What a
You
great
don't think that's having an effect. I realized during this whole thing, the Roman Empire never ended. It never. You know what I really knew? This is when I really. This is when I was going like
God,
this,
this
like,
is so
oh
good.
my. But when it really broke out, they made everyone go inside.
Yeah.
Okay, do the opposite. What's good? Don't eat healthy. Stay inside.
Uber
Don't-
Eats, everyone gets.
Don't work out.
Right? Can't work
Don't
out.
keep your body intact. Just fear. Stay inside.
Watch all your
And
televisions.
Watch the dumbest, dehumanizing entertainment that we're going to give you. And that's what they. Everyone was going, have you seen the Tiger King? Now, do you think the tiger actually ate the person, or do you think? I didn't want to watch the show, but I have to say it's a pretty good. I think that people are being shut down. People getting cops. There's people going, there's 3 children outside playing together, and they're out there murdering people, and they're out there separating families, and people
Yes.
going, have you seen the damn? I'll tell you what, when that lion, he's missing 4 teeth. He's missing 4 teeth. That was
God,
I give it to the demonic demons that are running everything in the entertainment world, the musicians, you know who you are, and all the media. I give it to you. They plan well.
I just read
plan well.
something today that said, I think it was in Variety or something. Hollywood, L.A., in Hollywood has brought themselves back to pre-pandemic production rates. And I'm like, of course, the most important thing is getting the propaganda machine rolling again. Okay. So that industry, you own a restaurant here in New York, in another couple of weeks, they're going to make you card for fucking vaccines. But hey, action! Let's see. Smiles, everyone.
Next summer, the
Yeah.
blockbuster.
Yeah.
Make sure you vaccinate or you can't see this movie. What the
That
hell
was a
just
good one. I've never seen one go that far. Because everyone plays with these. I play with it all the time. And usually they go down and go clunkety clunk. Breuer actually flung it
I don't know
across
if it's
the
a
room.
finger and a whole.
It's we usually put a fleshlight
I don't know what
underneath
the
there
heck
so you
is
can.
going on. It's just naturally. I never left being 4 years old. What did
Don't
that?
sweat it, my friend. Don't sweat it. It really is. Like I said, I so overestimated
Me too.
Americans and America. And I think a big part of that is having split up America. Just because you live on one piece of land didn't make you American. There was an ideology, a camaraderie, this common thought about ethics and morality, and it was kind of unwritten, but we all knew what the rules were and what dictated success on the most part. There are evil people that think success is children in a shipping container going off from Taiwan.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What are you, some kind of conspiracy theorist? People out there dying. It's my jackass governor today in Murphy. You people are killing people.
Killing people.
The guy he's
Killing people.
You people out there killing people.
Do you
No
realize
one's
we're
being
living our
shipped in
lives?
containers. You know what blew me away? Every other week I'd see 40 more children saved.
Yeah, I've been seeing these stories, but no, you mention trafficking and they go, "Oh, really? Who is it? Steven Spielberg?" And you're like, I don't know. Again, who am I to say?
Think of this. Like if you Google right now,
Yeah.
more children found being trafficked. In the last,
That one.
see what comes up. Remember when you would hear, "Oh, they found a woman in Ohio." It was on the cover of Time. It's a
33 missing children found in anti-human trafficking operation. This is, all right, January.
child trafficking. What is that one?
February, trafficking found targeting more children as COVID's go. Myth versus fact. Well, I'm sure it's all fact. No myth. They're telling
it's all
us.
myth.
It's, but
Operation
you really,
finds 150 missing children
in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
Dr. Steve, what are you doing over there?
150 and not a blip. It goes like this. Blip. Okay. These son of a bitches and put the mask on and vaccinate. 400 more kids were found. 300 dead bodies were found. Can you believe people don't want to vaccinate?
We're telling you the truth. We're killing people.
Facts and figures. Facts and figures. Everything they say is real. Everything they say is real. I'm educated. I went to college. I'm smart. Smart is good.
And the amount of distractions out there for especially the youth of America, TikTok and Instagram and all these videos, there's this giant look over here thing. It's like fucking Penn from Penn and Teller explaining how he gets you to look here while he does this. It's exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Never seen anything like it in my life. I don't know if it's more of an awareness thing, although I have to say I used to talk like this a lot with other people, and you can only say I felt like a whack job, but now
That's what happens.
now everyone's catching up.
Kind of.
You know how many people came up
It's so blatant. It's getting so blatant.
like Breuer? Remember that stuff you used to talk about?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude! How have you been living like that? Just knowing all this stuff, like.
Yeah. It's like.
And so, what do you do? The answer is, what do you do? I always say you can bark and scream all you want. What do you do?
There doesn't seem to be any recourse, dude, for knowing. It's like you're Cassandra, you know? You know the impending disaster, but you're powerless to do anything about it. You can't, there's the powers on the other side, the demonic evil side.
Pure evil.
They have everything. This isn't a movie. My sling, I'm going to fucking slay there's no fucking.
Give me my bow and arrow.
Yeah. As fucking.
No, forget even that, Anthony. It's this. Mission accomplished, sir. And you're in your house.
Bow and arrow guy's gone. It wasn't even fucking a blip on the fucking screen. Yeah, a little over.
Dad.
Look, Bezos is in a dick rocket. Oh, let me go over here.
Is this not the goofy?
Look over here.
He's in a dick
He's in a dick rocket.
rocket, and people go,
Did you see Bozos? He went all the way up until the space, and he almost hit space.
"Oh my!
I fucking can't.
What happened to humanity?"
It's fucked.
And they get him at like second, third grade.
Yes.
Now, with colors.
Yes.
And now they get him with the iPad. The kids are 2 years old. Going, they got him.
Yeah. You're nailed. Got you. You're LinkedIn.
Dude, I just went to Kenya. I went to Rwanda. I went to Egypt. And I went to Cyprus.
Holy shit.
Month gone. Me and my kids.
Well, I've never been to England. And that's fucking, that's a trip.
I can't tell you. It made me go, because we grew up too thinking, Indians, anything that lives in the wild is pure savage.
Yeah.
They're barbaric. They're just, these people, dude, I'm going to get my phone. I'll show you pictures.
Please.
We go over this one village. Remember me and you would be in Long Island? You're like, you want to build a fort?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And you're like, okay, I got a car door. I've got my father's sweatshirts. I got a tire. And I got branches. And you build a fort. And you loved that thing. That's their house.
Yeah.
And they act the same we did when we had a fort. I'm going to show you pictures of me going in one of their forts.
How did you?
It's this high.
Like,
And
were you with some kind of a, like, how do you just go there and go, hey, I'm going to hang out in a village?
No. We booked a safari, and then part of it was like, do you guys have any interest in like seeing
The local,
villagers? And like,
neighbor.
yeah. Now, they like, listen, we'll give you a goat.
yeah, just don't kill the people we're bringing.
We'll give you a goat. We'll give you a goat. We need you to put the makeup on, and we need the whole.
Oh, shit.
And when they show up, I need the and let me tell you something. They did the whole and then they come and grab you and like, and then they bring you and the girls are playing and you go in there for it, but they're so damn happy. And I actually started talking to one and I go, and to talk to someone in the middle of nowhere, Nairobi.
Wow. Yeah.
Going, what do you think about this? And the guy looked at me. He had like his deep soul. He looked like he was 75. He was probably 28. And deep scars from lions chasing him and gazelle hoof over here. And he goes, evil spirit. I said, evil spirit. Goes, evil spirits. I said, evil spirits? He goes, yes. See, your people live for future that is man-made up. You live for a piece of paper. We live for today. Nobody knows about tomorrow. And I went, yeah. Hold on, let me get another. Can you make me a martini? All right, so tell me what's going on now.
Yeah.
So we live for what now?
Oh, shit.
But I gotta say, I found a fascination to live just off the grid.
Yeah.
See people have it what we would think so much worse. These guys, we would drive through and there'd be, you hear these guys singing, and you go and it
Background to every Paul Simon song after they ate.
yes, dude, that's what I thought about. That's exactly what I thought about.
Oh no.
That's exactly what I thought about. It was Paul Simon.
Paul Simon's background.
And I'll show you this video where they dig these holes. They'll take a day and they'll dig a hole for like 15 feet. They get water.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And then they bring their animals and they have guys with the buckets. Hello, way. Yo, my guy. And the guy up under. That's all he does. And the guy down here is like, and you sit there and you go in a trance. You listen to them and all of a sudden, I can do this for 14 hours.
I could do this. I'm just living in the moment.
I'm living in the moment.
Yeah.
There's a camel behind me. It just made me realize they don't even know what Netflix is. They never heard like, hey man, we used to have this show called The Vern and Shirley. It's unbelievable. You know the Fonz? You know the Fonz? Jeez.
You don't know the hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, come on, man. You don't know. What about surely you know the Tiger King?
Oh, yes, Tiger King.
There's
I'm not breaking any new ground by saying ignorance is bliss at some point, but living off the grid and things like that, isn't it a shame that that's not even an option in this country anymore? You cannot live off the grid in 2021.
This is the genius of what this world was created. They say heroin's addicting. They addict you from the minute you're out of the womb to all of this.
Yeah.
Your television, your sports, your way of life, your house.
Can't live without it.
You can't because now
Got the shakes. I
you
can't.
can't. I can't even get my. You can't get my friend to go in a tent camp in 3 days. He's like, I need a piece of pizza. I need a shower and a piece of pizza. Where they got raw coming out of here, raw. Oh, Jesus, this guy. But they're so This is addicting, and you're never gonna
Our
be able to.
Our whole way of life here is an addiction.
It's an addiction,
And
programmed. You're
the
programmed.
The dealers
Yes,
keep it going, and
They know.
and it's
they know they got you.
yeah, consume, do what we tell you, and then if you cut off some of those addictions, you go run into your dealer going, please, I need to go to a restaurant. What do I do? What do I need? Well, you need a vaccine. All right, I gotta go there. I can't go on a plane, but I need to go to Vegas. I'm doing a vacation, and I
already made up my mind.
easy as this shot, man.
Yeah, I already made up my mind. If it comes down to that, people don't. If people allow this to go down, the fact that New Yorkers are allowing it, that's another thing. No offense, New Yorkers.
Right, I know what you're saying.
I grew up in New York. This whole New York is strong. No, you're not.
Oh, I
love
it. Yes.
You are perhaps the weakest, easiest people to just push over.
Push over, shit
I've
on,
never
fuck in the ass,
seen
all of it.
if my town, I can tell you right, in my town, if they said you're not allowed to go in restaurants unless you stick this needle in your arm that no one knows anything about,
Magic fluid, yeah.
I can guarantee you somebody might do something,
Right.
and things are going to go down.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I would wish that on anyone,
No.
or hope that on anyone, or I pray to God that never happens.
Yeah.
But the fact that people are just like, yeah, so when is this? September 18th?
Yeah.
And then we gotta, okay, so let's oh yeah, because, okay, maybe we should buy more vegetables.
Toilet paper. I see people commenting on it, and they're happy, and they want it more. They want it to go further. Yeah, restaurant. It should be planes. It should be. I think one of these idiots in Washington, one of Obama's former appointees,
It doesn't even matter who it was. It's just
you're right.
it's just an
You're right.
Idiot.
God damn, you're right. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They said
it's just an idiot.
No one should be allowed on a plane unless they could prove they were vaccinated. Now,
So here's my question. So here's my question to an idiot like that, or anyone that thinks that's the right way. So what's been going on in the last 2 years that I've been flying on a plane,
Yeah, what happened?
including 6 months?
Right.
Did I die? So what's the chances?
How many people did you kill, though?
How many people did I kill? That's
How
a
many
good
people
question,
did you
Anthony.
Kill. You're
So
a
what's the
murderer,
difference? This
an
is-
airborne murderer. Yeah. 'It's fucking crazy. And then somebody brought up a great point on Twitter today. They're saying, hey, what happens? You got your vaccine, you got your card, you're set, you're ready to tear up the world, man. I could do anything, go anywhere. What about in a year when they go, ooh, no booster, huh? Yeah, you're going to have to get that. And then 2 years. How long is this going to fucking go on? Are you going to have to perpetually now have these cards, like you have to show an ID or a passport on a plane? Yeah. Passport. Yeah.
For our safety.
2 weeks to flatten the curve so that people don't overwhelm the medical industry. People are going to get it. Everyone's going to get this eventually, and I hope we all fare well, but we need you to spread it out a little so not everyone gets it at once. Oh, okay. Look, I don't know. That sounds like something we could do. 2 weeks. We're a year and a half into this, and it's only getting more fucking tyrannical by the day.
We have no rules and regulations, and we shall determine who is essential.
I am essential to the COVID effort.
Don't uns be a knucklehead. You are a knucklehead if you don't inject yourself and protect the others of murdering peoples.
They just went through. As an American, you thought, all right, I have the right.
As a human.
As a human, thank you. A human being. I have the right to decide and do a risk assessment on myself. Do I fall into a demo that this is dangerous to? Do I want to take the chance and weigh it out against an unproven vaccine that hasn't been tested, hasn't gone through regulation of the FDA regulations and whatnot? Or did I have it already? So I have COVID. So all this they don't even allow you to make that decision for yourself or your family. They go, no, you can't live your life unless you do what we're telling you to do right the fuck now.
Dude.
How do...
Yes, Poopsie. Okay, dear. I'll get the vaccine. Whatever you need.
And that's where we are. That's where the fuck we are. The balls are gone, Jim. I've gotten to the point where I'm so not even desensitized. I see a lot of violence online on a daily basis. Yeah. It's astounding the amount of. We used to. I goof about when I was a kid, and you'd get the video. You see Faces of Death, man, dude. You see Faces of Death, and you're like, "Fuck, you got it." And then you watch it, and it's at the time you're like, "Fuck, look at that, monkey brains," and did this.
That
and
was the roughest one, the monkey brain.
Yeah, and it was like most of it was staged fake shit.
Yes.
But now, I mean,
right,
every day, Faces of Death.
See the
I'm watching snuff films every day. Someone, oh, look at this. Pop, 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 pop. Someone just getting shot, run away. You're like, and then you go,
that's where we're
That's gotta be doing something, Jim. Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do, sire. We shall desensitize them till there come a day where they'll start watching pure murder. Yes. And they'll enjoy it like the Lion King and what was that genius program?
The Tiger King.
Yes! Yes! And soon we'll have them all vaccinated and foamed in the mouth, and they'll believe, look at all the puppets. As they march down the streets. Send the thunder, and our reign of pure evil shall own the world.
and it's all in this. It was so gradual. It started so innocently with the Radio Shack cell phone in the car, the little pigtail antenna, and you're like, I could call the wife if I'm going to be late. Well, that sounds harmless enough.
Hey. Are you in a pickle? Is your car broke down?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
We got to get this so we could...
OnStar.
Emergencies, right. Yeah. OnStar, all of it.
Can I help you? How are you in my car? We can hear you for your safety.
Well, we don't listen while you're not... Unless you press the button. Not listening. Not listening till they press the button.
They would never do that.
They would never do
that. It's government. They're trustworthy.
They would never do that. That's what everything's been based on. This weird trust that's based in nothing and that has been proven to be bullshit through their constant lying. And we still go, no, they wouldn't do that.
People wouldn't do that.
Right. That's not.
I don't think people are evil.
Oh, my God.
Never. What'd Yoda say?
Never underestimate the power of the dark side.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't bullshitting.
And it does appear that the dark side does lead you to more power and money and stuff. It's hard to be noble.
It's really funny, too. It's like, I don't know if I should get down this path.
Go, Jim.
Don't shut his mouth. You saw what we did to Bob Marley and John Lennon and Kennedy. Watch yourself, child. You see how we're starting to go after Rogan, that big mouth UFC, telling his damn truthfulness. Seize him, paint him.
Yeah, your appearance with him was great. That was fucking awesome.
All he did was just tell the truth.
I know, but that's what people don't do now.
No, it does.
It's fucking awesome. When someone tells the truth, it's like, what's he doing?
Can I be dead honest with you? I'll be blatantly honest with you. I have a friend. Long story short, he calls me after Rogan. And he goes, "How's Rogan?" And I on my kids' lives, I went, I think people are gonna be bored out of their mind.
Wow.
I swear to God. And I went, I just. He goes, "Well, what'd you talk about?" I went, I just talked about what's been going on. And I went, I just put it this way. No one's going to watch that and go, "Did you see Breuer and Rogan?" And
Yeah.
it came out. Dude, I have like 14-year-olds going, "Sir, I think just the way you do." And my dad doesn't believe me. He's one of these. But I think that way, and I had the COVID, and I'm so glad there's people like you. I'm like, I just told the truth.
Like I just kind of just told.
Just saying things that happened.
That's such a novel idea these days. The
Who would
truth.
think the truth of how you feel and not putting your opinion in something would.
Yeah.
People would
Now,
relate.
you know what? We should talk about that in comedy, and especially stand-up comedy. The truth has become something that you're not allowed to say. We know that. People get in trouble all the time. It seems like comics were always given some latitude to delve into that area that, whether it's politically incorrect or offensive or, you know, you're shitting on someone, whatever the fuck it is. And you always, again, underestimated or overestimated. I was like, well, they can't go after comics. The context is there.
Right.
It's a comic. He's doing a show.
Who's taking them seriously?
Well, apparently a lot of people, because I see a lot of comics now petrified to get up on stage and just do their fucking act.
I tell you what, I horror promo, but I'm filming the 20th and 21st of this month, right? And the blessed part of this is I've been stuck. I shouldn't say stuck. I've been working at comedy clubs, overexhausted. I'm not used to a Thursday night, 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. I haven't done that.
And that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
All
And,
right.
like my voice is blown out. I'm not used to. I'm used to theater,
Right.
day off, theater,
Yeah.
day off, theater. And I could have, and what it did do is I've said, I'm just going to talk about, and a lot of things I talk about today
Yeah.
is the first 20 minutes. But I make it funny. There's no, it's just an observation. When I tell you, I've played Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Florida, Arkansas, Iowa, Ohio, Texas,
Good litmus test of
Arizona.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the most refreshing thing that I've seen is things that we've goofed on,
Yeah.
because people don't know what they're coming to see. They think, oh, he's going to do AC/DC tonight. Oh, he's going to talk about this tonight. No, it's Jim Burritos Left Fan. I talk about some of the stuff that I've done here.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything about politics. I'm just telling you what I've
No.
observed.
It's not.
When I tell
Observing.
you 90% of that audience does this. Woo! I've never had, woo! God dang it! When are you filming that? Thank you for,
Yeah.
thank you so, I get, thank you. Nobody,
Truth. Just
thank you.
saying the
And I
truth.
go, it's just, I'm just being goofy. They're like, yeah, but no one's doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying words
Uh-huh. I get it. It's very difficult
that
these
people are
days.
going to go, I already know they're going to try.
Yep.
But I put it in a mat. Dude, I go after a lot.
Yeah, good. It needs to be. It's not needs like, and you're not doing this as some fucking dignitary at the UN getting up and pontificating at the podium. You're a comic, for fuck's sake. You're getting up there, and a lot of comics over the course of history, and a lot of the best comics have based what they do on their observations of the hypocrisy and bullshit and everything else. Look, Carlin, of course. I used to
was
fucking
great.
think. I used to, toward the end of Carlin's career, I would watch and go, why is he so mad?
That's what I did.
Why is he so mad? I like funny Carlin. And I'm not even talking about like get up there and do the hippy dippy weatherman.
Oh, exactly what you mean.
But now I watch those and go, This motherfucker saw this.
Sure.
Oh, shit. He saw it coming long before we did.
You're all diseased.
Yes.
He basically,
Your stuff. You're addicted to your stuff.
he put out I felt the same way. I said,
Dude.
oh, he's a little angry.
A little angry these days.
Now I watch it because you see the clips on Instagram. And
Yeah,
all that, and I go,
yeah.
oh my, Americans are so worried about disease and germs.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then he goes into global warming.
Yeah.
The audacity that you
So
think
good.
you have control
Yeah.
when you can't even control yourself.
I think I was so annoyed at his anger because it felt
Me
like a
too.
personal affront.
It did.
Like, I'm like, he's goofing on America.
that's
Like,
what I
he's
felt.
calling us stupid. And it's like,
Maw.
oh, no, we're stupid.
Yes,
oh,
one-
shit.
one big maw.
Yeah. Like, no, there's parks.
No, you never been to the Grand Canyon, George.
Yeah.
You're just old and bitter.
Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking. Oh, and it's all brilliant to watch now.
So it is probably the most brilliant comedy you can
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
The last two specials of George
Oh my
Carlin.
God.
You watch that and you go, you turn and look
Kreskin.
at the news,
Yeah.
and then you turn and listen
Dude,
to
a
his bit,
fortune teller.
and you go,
He saw it coming before
How did
anyone
we-
and put it in that context of comedy, even though he was very angry.
he was very angry.
Like he still had that fucking sarcastic, just fuck this.
See-
you think they give a shit about you? You're a fucking idiot. Like,
Your vote don't count. It's
You want-
one big club and
Yeah.
you ain't in
you
it.
ain't in it. And then there's someone sitting in the front row. It's like, I paid $500 for these tickets.
How about, this is another thing that no one, they all press. How about Ricky Gervais at the Oscars?
Just
That
boom, calling him
was
out.
the most. I remember watching that live going,
What is he doing?
he's going to get
He's gonna get killed. Like he was
gonna get whacked.
all the
went-
sacred fucking cows.
Went from you're all pedophiles.
Yeah.
He basically said you're
Yeah.
all pedophiles.
And you're all complicit.
And you're all complicit.
Yeah.
And let's not kid ourselves. If what did he say? If the terrorist said we have a new production company, you'd be the first one on the line with your agent. And then he's going, and some of you at Epstein's Island, some of you took your own jet.
Yeah.
And you could see people started.
Yeah. Huh?
There was like
hold
two
on.
guys. You could. That's what I had. Ray Romano was like, ha ha ha, and you saw some other people like Tom Hanks was like this.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. That's who it was. Tom Hanks at the table going, is this like one of those sting operations where the cops are going to come in and arrest us?
And he
they
said,
say we got a free TV.
and don't forget, Mia Farrow's come for you. And they cut to like the guy that's the head of Apple, and he's like this.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And then he goes like this. He goes, and let's give it up for Apple, who, by the way, has just had a huge show this year and all about pedophilia. It's a brilliant show. And how great considering that it's all made, all your products are made in sweatshops in China.
Yeah.
And he,
Yeah. There's Tom Hanks' face.
Tom Hanks, and some
That
of you,
speaks volumes.
some of you flew your own private
Yeah.
jets.
Look at-
Explain that face. And
That
look at
face.
the chick behind her saying, if she felt like going like this. Oh no, you did it.
Look at her eyes. Her
she's
eyes
saying-
looking is going.
And she
"Yeah,
even
he's right.
look at
Yeah, he's right.
now. Explain this to me, okay?
Yeah.
If you look at her eyes,
Yeah.
she almost
Looking at someone.
She's looking at Tom Hanks. She's trying to see his facial reaction. She don't know his facial reaction. So why is Tom Hanks making that face while Ricky Gervais is talking about
Yeah.
you all
Yeah.
went to a pedophilia?
Oh.
Why is that? What are you, some kind of conspiracy theorist? What are you? Oh, you know what? You gotta get off the internet, okay?
Did you see me in Apollo
Did you?
13? Apollo was a girl we knew on Epstein Island. I was.
And I'm not saying that's what Tom Hanks did.
Of course we're not.
I'm just saying it was odd.
But it's a face. Why would you make that face? If someone's on stage talking about pedophilia and going to Epstein Island, would you sit in the audience and go,
Right. I'd be like this.
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
Ray Romano, like you said. Ah!
Ray Romano went like this.
I never fucked kids.
And then when he said to which I didn't even know. Now I just assume he dates very young people. Leonardo DiCaprio. He goes.
Oh yeah,
He goes. That movie. What was the Pesci De Niro took forever movie?
The Irishman.
He goes. The Irishman was so long that Leonardo DiCaprio's date actually was actually legal by the time the movie was over. And you sat there like,
And what happened to Gervais? Nothing.
he just went like this, because this is Thriller.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really felt like this guy's protected somewhere.
People are very afraid to speak their minds and the truth and everything. And you probably hear it on a daily basis. Dude, I wish I could say what you said, man, but I got a job. I got this. I can't fucking my boss.
say it.
And it's a lot of fucking people, dude.
Can I tell you something? The scariest thing where I live, I am friends with people that have lived and escaped communist countries.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They own a lot of restaurants out in Jersey.
Sorry.
And they escaped the war and I won't say the countries they're from, but they all started saying the same thing, which blew my mind.
Yep.
Before even COVID came out, this one guy would come out and he'd come in the coffee shop and he'd go, let me tell you something. I know they're pushing us socialism and where I'm from, he goes, mark my word, they're going to start putting people in these coffee shops. And he goes, and the things you guys are talking about, they just knock on your door at 3 a.m. and they say goodbye to your family. And we don't like some of the things you were saying
Under the
today.
spreading chestnut tree.
And
yeah.
the other ones, my hand to God, this is not me saying it. These are people from communist countries. And they all said the same thing. They went, you don't understand what's going on here. They said,
And he's right.
this is how they do it. First they start with the fake revolution, then they start tearing the statues, then they start getting rid of the history, then they start dividing, you're on this side or this side, and blah, and then they're in the education, and he goes,
everyone thinks it's instantly.
no, what we thought.
And you're like, yeah, fuck, back out the window. I'll shoot that mother. But no, it happens in a way that, the long game. And you never really see it coming until
It just made me start go. But the thing that really struck my attention was they're gonna get your neighbor, your family member to start snitching on you, and that's exactly what happened during COVID and is still happening.
they've already blatantly
Governors
said they want you to turn in a neighbor
turn in a neighbor
in your family.
and anyone that did that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I've lost all respect for
Oh,
him.
fuck
He
yeah.
was a human.
I saw a sign today. Somebody had
Human.
Someone took.
You can go talk to someone.
Yeah.
But you're calling the authorities because
No.
you're that's
All the
dude, that's
authorities.
disturbing.
Like those old, the Nazi trustees in the little town.
Yeah.
Like they took the Jewish guy that wanted wanted to live maybe a little longer or have a little more freedoms, and they'd put the armband on him, but they'd give him a cop hat and a truncheon, and he beat the other Jews. Yeah. That doesn't. What are you doing, you dummy? You're still. They don't like you.
It's not a joke. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
This is really going down. It's not going to go away.
No.
So the thing is, well, what do you do now? What do you do now? So I'm like, what country do you go to? Do you go to
I've seen people go down to Costa
South America?
Rica.
Shh.
I know.
I'm not looking down there.
All the people gone down there.
I'm not looking at Costa Rica at all. Why? I mean, for $200,000,
we
you
all
can own
need
a
to
farm.
We all need to do what Andy Dufresne did, except getting fucking the ass in the laundry room. Just move down to an island, open up a a little bed and breakfast with a boat, a charter boat.
Just leave me
and
alone.
just leave everything in the
Leave
past.
me alone. And don't you
Leave
wish?
me alone.
Isn't there part of you that goes, look, clearly, government, tragically our own, there's something dark
Yeah.
and evil going on. Just tell it. What do you want? You want to depopulate?
Yeah, what's your game
You want
plan
to
here?
you want to take out a generation? Just do this. All right, everyone that wants to do whatever you want. You want to change your gender as a child.
Sounds reasonable.
As a child. Dude,
It's crazy shit.
I met this person, and I wish the best for people. I really do. And the person told me they changed their child. The child's 14.
Mm-hmm.
14. And they said, well, you know, and I want to learn. I said, is it a sexual thing? Like what? I don't understand. Because listen, I might have tried a carrot here and there. I might have tried when no one was like I might have, and I might have tried something. I don't know.
But it doesn't.
Maybe try to flip myself over. I don't. I made it, man. What is that like?
We've all tried the old backbreaker when we
I
were.
like it. But did I commit at that moment
Right.
to change my hormones?
Yeah. This is a big
You know how much cancer is
irreversible
caused
move. Yeah.
because you change your hormones? And the person said,
Oh my God.
I said, what is it? And they said, well, our son never liked his penis.
Oh.
At 5 years old, he started talking about his penis. I went, not for nothing, but I didn't know what I would twirl it. Like I didn't know. I was did you explain to the 5-year-old child what it is?
Yeah, what it is and
what it happens and what it's really for, and
you have to like it.
or
You could, you know.
he didn't have to. Like he's not gonna show it to anyone until hopefully a very long time.
Right.
No, he just never liked it and always felt like he. And I was like, whew. I just feel like a tattoo. Anything. Wait till you're at
especially for
least
kids.
21, 22, and you make your own.
Munchausen by proxy.
So, all right, we can. That's not even a debate anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone that feels they want to do whatever they want, can we find like 4 states for them? Would they be up? Would you be up for that?
That would be great.
What states? You can't have Florida. You're not allowed to have Florida.
I think those big square
Take-
states,
Yeah, take like
West, Colorado and
Colorado might be annoyed, but hey, listen, we're
Nevada,
gonna, or we do this,
Nevada.
or we do the old
Wyoming.
roll the dice, pick a number,
Oh boy.
pick a number.
Oh, because and then whatever. No, because then there's some states that might get picked. New York. We're close to that anyway in New York City.
Why don't we give up New York?
I would love to give up New York, even California.
Let's
of
give
course.
up California.
Fuck that.
Now, hold on a second. I take it back. Here's the procession of California. Everyone thinks California is. I've been out there a million times, with the exception of L.A.,
San Francisco. Yeah.
They're all like, "Yeah, we're going in the woods and we're shooting things." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
What? Like,
The two big population
When I
centers.
thought you guys were like,
decide
no.
everything that happens in the state. It's
Even like the
amazing.
state of New York.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you go 40, everyone's based on the city. You go in the mountains.
You could be upstate New York and not ever know you're in New York. You think you're in
Correct.
some fucking primeval world.
But whatever's going on, don't you wish you would just go, okay, just tell, what do you want?
What do you think the end game is? Like everybody says, well, if that's a plan, like who made it and what's this? What is the evil people's plan for the earth and its residents?
That's a good question, because when I traveled to these other countries, everyone I talk to, when I pull them aside, feels very similar. The people in Rwanda were like, we don't know what's going on, but something weird's going on.
That's coming from a country that had its own weirdness.
You know what happened to them?
Oh my God.
I found out what happened to them. It's colonization. The Belgians, people from Belgium, came there and they show them. So there's 2 tribes that were in Rwanda.
He's in the Hutus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any problems.
Ah.
They were like, those guys drive trucks. And we like going tonight, whatever the 2 tribes were.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still were family and you still hung out. There wasn't problems.
What a great divide and conquer the Belgians pulled on them.
So the Belgians went there and they started measuring. Swear to God.
No, it's fucking amazing.
Measuring their noses just like the Jewish people and everywhere else where they colonized.
These people are better than these people.
Are you liberal or conservative?
so
Are you
much.
left or are you right? Are you this way or
Yes. That's what they did.
And so
Oh my God.
basically it's this. It's a schoolyard kid. This is what it is. It's this simple. You ready, Aunt? You ain't gonna believe this, but that guy called your father a faggot. What? Did he not call him a faggot? I was right there. He said your sister's a fucking homo. She's a faggot. Are you serious? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they went to the other side. They said, those guys said you guys are a bunch of fairies. And you don't know how to build a hut for nothing. And you're nothing but lazy. Are you serious? Are you serious? And how do we get these guys to start swinging?
Yeah.
And that's exactly, they got them to murder one another. And then
Amazing.
you had all these children that were, they slaughtered children. And that's when it's like, we're here, the Red Cross and the people, the UN, and we're here for the. No, you're not, because the whole world went like this. There's no money to be made there.
Oh, yeah. And that was literally genocide going on. And then, they call it genocide here when, someone can't buy a hot dog somewhere because they don't have the money for it. I don't know. It's genocide.
You have a parade.
Yeah, you have a parade.
It's a parade because, whatever. You're
they were
a
with
certain...
machetes and cutting hands off. It's the Rwandan
you don't
conflict
think
was brutal.
You don't think mind control exists.
Yeah.
They get people to kill one another. They get people to fight one another.
Instability is
And they
great.
get you not to believe in something that's more that exists deeper and more powerful.
Creates a vacuum. You swoop in. It's fucking.
And you come in and we'll take these and we'll orphan.
Yeah. We got this. Don't worry about it.
We got it. Give them a bug and a bug.
He's crazy. Give him a.
Make sure they put on some nice looking pants. Right?
Jesus Christ.
For Christ's sake, get the bone out of your nose. Would you look?
look, goddamn respectable.
We're making a business here. Boobala.
Yeah, the rings around your neck don't go with your cufflinks.
And none of that stuff.
Stop with the clicking.
God. Trying to sell a business.
Dude, it's just.
It's mind-boggling.
And we've been seeing it. Like, I love looking at history because it repeats itself over
Egypt.
and over.
Egypt?
Keeps going.
There was a part of me that thought maybe aliens.
Yeah, right. You're like, I don't know.
I went to the pyramids. I saw it all. And you look and you go, the power of fear and slavery is mind-boggling. They got, and every wall is the same. It's just really, it's the pharaohs who are the kings. Well, what is the king? They talk to the god. So God talked to the pharaoh, and he's like, by the way, I'm the king here. Why? I talked to God. Told me I was.
So you're like, oh.
What? Yep. So he said, you need to go to another country, grab some people, and I need diamonds and kings, and build me some stuff. What?
Build me some stuff.
And the guy's trying to go, it was volunteer. Yeah, sure it was.
Volunteer.
Sure. Hey, guys, it's 120 degrees. Stop complaining, will ya? This is for God and for the Pharaoh. Now, he said we need to build this in the next 40 years. Let's go. You want to meet God, don't you?
We can't even convey to you with words how heavy these things are, but you need to drag them up here. Oh, yeah, volunteer. Yeah, please, get me in on that one.
Who wants to drag buildings in 120-degree weather and stuff? I do. I do. Okay.
Oh, just too much, man.
And it just keeps repeating and
Yes.
repeating and repeating.
That is a great analogy in that, the power, whether it's the pharaoh or the president or any other fucking business tycoon,
Just keeps
it's fear.
Yes.
They instill fear.
Fear.
Is their fucking, that's the way they motivate.
The power of fear.
Not through being nice.
No.
I love when I see that. I talk about it all the time, these politicians, especially someone like Biden, 50 years in this ruse that they call government. And they go, we care about these people. I'm like, I don't care about my family. And I fucking love my family. I don't care about my family like they profess to care about people they don't know. They don't fucking, but they care. That's why they're doing everything they do.
I don't know who this comedian was. He was a black comedian, and he came up on an Instagram feed. And he goes, and I'm so sorry, I don't know your name or whatever, but he goes like this. He was so simple and funny. He goes, well, I'm not into conspiracies and all that, but my friend said he believes the government, like that man, conspiracy, the government wouldn't lie to you. And I said, you think they don't lie at all? He's like, no.
Jeez.
He goes, government, like let's take the president. He's in control, and he has to, all these people. He goes, I can tell you what. I got one child, and I lie to that motherfucker all the time to keep him in line.
To keep him in line.
I
Oh, that's
laughed.
Great.
I laughed so. I went, that's such a brilliant analogy.
Man. Yeah.
That's such a brilliant analogy. So anyway, again, it's, you know what? I'm just sticking to what I know. Be good to one another. For those that are, and I also see something that another meme or a picture that really helped me was they'll show a picture of Paul Revere. And the caption says something like, Paul Revere must have ran by they're even right, the British are coming! Like, shut up, idiot! There was a lot of them. And he never stopped and got off his horse and said, listen, did you see, look at the ship. You see,
Right.
See the things with the big hats? Yes. Those are British.
Those Brits.
And the big muskets, they're on the way.
They're coming.
He didn't take time.
Right.
He knew eventually the strong ones,
Right.
the ones that could think, the ones that can see above all, will eventually rise to the top.
Yeah.
And that short few.
The shut up, idiot.
Will be the shut up, moron! Get off your horse. It's 3 in the morning. Get some sleep, Paul. Maybe if you slept and you get a real job and you listen to what the government's trying to tell you, dope.
I never see that guy in the documentaries. You never see that guy.
He's no different than this guy. This is saving lives.
Yeah. Shut up, you idiot.
You
Marcus
guys are so
Williams.
stupid. Just the fact that you guys even talk about this, you're murdering people as you're talking.
1780. Yeah.
You're murdering people as you
murdering
talk.
people. Murdering.
Murderer! Numbers are going up. Trust the facts. Trust the experts. Trust the facts.
Science.
Dr. Fauci.
Trust the science.
New mask. Get vaccinated. One more mask. Mask on. Mask off. Mask on. Mask off. Trust the science. Trust this. My lab coat. Big words.
Adorable.
Big words. Words you don't understand. I'm important. I'm educated. I'm important. Important. Smart.
Holy shit. I have been talking about the wonderfulness of Prepare with Compound Media for a long time, and every day something happens. Good segue, right? Every day something happens that makes you go, you're right there, Jim. And the mic goes flying. It's quite a slobber knocker. Oh, my God.
Down goes the microphone. my God.
Are you past the point of thinking there is a way out of this? Or are you so cynical and black-pilled or whatever that you're just, you don't see any?
I do feel that there is a way out. However, the way out is not going to be the way we visualize it or think
Right.
it. And I do think it's going to force the people that can still think for themselves and have common sense and are able to take the media needle out of their veins, whether it's your baseball team or the football team, and it's even the stats and the thing, and the Democrat and Republican and left wing, right wing, this and then a MAGA hat, Black Lives Matter, and gender and LGBTQ too, and everything, and homophobia. If you can get that needle out of you, and then eventually clear your mind and let the real soul start to live again. I think those people will find a way to move on and live. It won't be easy, but there is no choice. Because I could tell you this, and I know I'm not the only one. See, because they own all airwaves and they own all the Hollywood and they own everything, every magazine that you walk by, every newspaper, they own all of it.
Pumping it out at you.
Here, Britain, they own it all. The minute you're able to go, I'm not even looking at it, there'll be a real big resistance. And I do think it's happening.
Yeah.
Usually it starts in Europe first, where they're just like,
Well, they're having a lot of demonstrations over there about anti-vax. They don't.
Then it's got. I shouldn't say it's got to. It has to turn into where the government is like, listen, I know we're gonna make trillions of dollars. I know the agenda was the New World Order, but are we gonna slaughter them because?
I think we
they're
gotta kill them.
really, really not buying into this, and they're starting to break buildings and all this stuff. And you know what? In other countries, you'd always go after an election or whatever.
Yeah.
You would see like, oh my God, they stormed the government because they knew it was rigged and it was all baloney.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, is that going to happen? Did it happen? Did we watch a movie?
Yeah.
Is it a fake movie?
It almost, my opinion of how it goes is I can't see, because like you said, I don't think any of us know exactly how it would be remedied. It's definitely not going to be.
It's not going to see the way you see it in your head. I
see
just
it.
want to live in peace.
I think it's got to be, and it's weird to say because I don't think in a religious way, I'm just using the word biblical. Like there's got to be something that is, and you just described it really, good must conquer evil.
It comes down
in a way
to that.
like with World War II, where it was like, I'm sure at the beginning of World War II, they thought, oh, fuck, these guys are beating the shit out of us. How, maybe they took over the world. It's going to be, and then it's like somehow good transcended evil. And then you look and realize, well, good, figuratively speaking. Anyway, it just ends up like it has to be this thing where we believe a philosophy of, God, good's just got to win out.
Good has no choice but to expose pure evil. But there's so many people, as much as we laugh at that, and the people going, you're murdering.
Yeah.
They're not evil. They've been
brainwashed, influenced, whatever you want to call it.
They don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't realize that all that they know comes from a screen and comes from the radio and comes from people. We've been in news. News is just this. It's the guy and the girl, and people.
yeah.
I've had people in my family going, so and so is very respectable, and they said, I went, let me tell you how so and so works. So and so gets makeup on them, and he's going, could you make reservations at what's that famous sushi place? Whatever it is.
Nobu.
No. Can you make reservations at Nobu tonight? Tell them I'm coming. The news anchor, the important guy that really sells the message.
Yeah.
News anchors, all of them are professional actors, actresses that sell great reading. It's Saturday Night Live on a whole different level.
They're playing the
So
part.
they come to you while you're in your chair. And they go, all right, here's the topics. We really need you to hit this topic. You'll see it on the screen, and then we'll show some things, but you've really got to sell this. And people and they don't know. It's coming from a place you don't even know.
Yeah. You don't know.
think it's the salesperson's giving it to you. And you buy it because you trust the actor. You trust the actress. You trust the network. You trust people that you don't know.
They say it on their promos. They go, a station you can trust. It's like, wait, you're telling me I can trust you. No one else told me I can trust you except you. And their currency used to be trust. Like that's the only reason you believed people like Cronkite in the old days, and they were all full of shit too. But the only reason is because, well, I don't have any proof that he's ever lied to me blatantly. I don't know back then.
I would tell friends that, like, believe it or not, would your mind be blown if you knew movies were fronts?
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
And they go, what do you mean by that? You know how there's mobsters will have a pizza place.
Yeah.
But it's really, you're in there and you're being entertained, and I'll have a stromboli. I'll have a, and they're like, hey, Anthony, what are you playing? How's your mother? Hey, your mother good? Everyone of them good? And meanwhile, in the basement, is bring that to the put that. So then we're gonna go into Chicago, and we're gonna tell them, and then and you wrap around your head that there are productions, there are big blockbusters.
Yes.
There are maybe stars that you would went, all right, you're conspiracy. Okay, you're right. I'm just saying, could you think outside the box? It would blow your mind.
What better cover than to make a movie about something you're guilty of and put it out there, and then people
flaunt it.
Yeah, flaunt it.
Flaunt it and show you what we're going to do to you.
But if you make the movie and then someone goes, "Oh, that guy did this," and then you go, "Oh, you saw that in a movie, you fucking idiot." Like, that's the movie. You're just talking about what happened in a movie. It's like, yeah, if you put it out there, then you can't really say that someone's doing something, because they'll just call you a conspiracy nut for quoting movies. But yeah, the Italian restaurant is a mob front.
That's just where I grew up. So
I know what you're talking about. There's so many movies.
It's so if
they project.
Is that too much to be mind blown?
Like I said before,
I'm not saying it exists.
Hollywood,
I have no clue if it exists.
Up and running to pre-pandemic levels. Why? Why is that the industry that's back with a vengeance and on schedule?
Did you know someone showed me something, and I was like, "What?" In Captain America, I think it's 2011, 2012. Captain America, the movie. He's in Times Square, Manhattan. And my friend told me, I went, I don't believe this. That's cropped in. He's standing there, and on the right side is a bottle of Corona, and on the left side is the virus.
Come on.
And
Really?
I dare anyone to look that up. And so I went over to my friend's house. I told him, they go, and Jim's going deep. And I went,
He's going deep,
he's going way out. He's smoking marijuana again and a lot. And so this kid, 12 years old, look, there you go.
Okay, let me see. All right, Corona.
Look on the right.
There.
What is that?
And then there's a virus.
There's a virus, and look to his left.
And when did
the
this
other way.
come out? There's Corona. And then there's the virus.
Is that a coincidence?
All right. Now, is that the Times Square ball? I don't know what that is, but it certainly looks like a virus. I don't know what that is. Like, why would there be a virus? Was there a movie out at the time or a show? That is the coronavirus. Holy shit.
Now, what is that? Is that just a bizarre coincidence? Can you
bizarre coincidence.
Conspiracy.
Also, if you look at the Olympics, I don't know if it was in England, they have some creepy, like demonic thing coming out of the sky, and they're bringing kids out in hospital beds with masks on them.
Holy shit.
And
Was it Super Bowl?
was it Super Bowl? Super Bowl had the cages.
Oh, right. The cages. Yeah.
Well, not only that, you know what was demonic was looking at the screen and going like this.
Oh, God. What the fuck? It's pure evil. Pure fucking evil.
People just, no. I'll tell you what. I saw an entertainer. You know what? The best saying in the world is this. The world is a show. What is that saying? The show, the world's a show, or it's one big show. This is one big show.
It's fucking crazy.
When I tell you it's one big show, it's from the minute you go, it's one big false show.
Yeah, everything.
The minute people go, click, it can all be gone.
Oh, God. That
People
can never
can't do
happen.
it because it's like
Tell
this.
people, go out on the street, go out on 7th Avenue and tell the heroin addicts that are doing the zombie shuffle down the street, if you just don't put the needle in your arm, it's all over, dude. Yeah, it's that easy for these fucking people.
So the best you could do is just pray that the good of humanity
Somehow.
rises,
Right.
and the good of humanity starts exploiting, and stop wasting your time
With the tiger.
those that don't get it, and keep gathering the ones that do get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you.
Yeah.
A lot. And trust that you exist, and just keep doing what you know is right as a human.
Right.
Not
Not as a team.
not the
like one team or the other team. Like that's what I was talking about earlier about America and being American and having this common sense of value. Like, what's right as a person, not even American, as a human being, what's wrong and what's right just based on the feeling you get by doing something. You kind of know when you're doing something wrong. You know that killing somebody is a wrong thing, and you don't do it. There's so many. You got to trust those instincts,
and it's I gotta hand it to them. The bad guys are
dude. They did an amazing job this
Good.
time around.
they're good,
Really good.
really good.